So with this video, I'm going to be talking about quite a few different things. For starters, let's talk about the creators of Naruto and One Piece. Apparently, they're still linked up, and the creator of Toriko as well, because even though Naruto and Toriko already finished their run and they're not in Jump anymore, the only one that is still stuck in that magazine is poor Oda, that's going to be in there probably another 10 years. In the latest author comments from Weekly Shonen Jump in the latest issue, Oda talked about having a meal with them. They went out to kick it and stuff like that. Those three creators, which honestly, that sounds like an amazing time. I wish that some pictures will leak of them, like, I don't know, bowling or some shit while they're eating. That sounds like, you know, just fun as shit. Like, you got the creator of three major series, especially Naruto and One Piece. Like, not just like Toriko or whatever, but over here, when you think of anime and manga and popularity wise, those are two big names that come up. So the fact that these creators are still kicking and stuff like that is all good, and it showcases that there's not really, like, opposed to the fandom that, you know, everybody's always fighting, Naruto versus One Piece, you know, One Piece versus Dragon Ball, that shit. Majority of these creators are cool, although it is something to note that you never hear about the creator of Bleach being involved in any of these things. I don't know if Kubo just ain't friends with them, or Kubo's just too busy doing other stuff, or whatever the case is, because I think that would have been even more awesome. I think fans would have been going crazy just hearing about the creators of One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach being together, but it's still fucking cool to hear that, you know, all three of these creators are hanging out and stuff like that. And I also think it's nice for Oda in a way, because again, if you've heard many times I've talked about it, the extreme conditions that these people work in and stuff like that, at the very least, you know, Kishimoto and Mitsutoshi can show up and, you know, hang with him and get his mind off of thinking about drawing One Piece for an hour or two, you know. Also, we just recently got a trailer for the Black Clover OVA that was announced a while back. It's going to be premiering at Jump Festa, but also they announced that there's going to be DVD releases for all of the OVAs that are coming out, and I believe Black Clover, it might be Shokugeki no Soma as well. I think even the Boruto one is getting an OVA, and My Hero Academia, all of them are getting DVD releases. But we got a trailer for the Black Clover one. That's the one I really want to talk about, because oh my gosh, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if they're gonna have a full-on anime with the same studio and the same art and design, but it looks so gorgeous that if they do something similar to that for a full-on anime, whether it be a seasonal thing or a full-on long-running, you know, every week you get an episode type of deal, then it's gonna be insane, because the art and animation for Black Clover, this OVA, is insane. I will say that maybe the CG doesn't blend in very well. It's very obvious, and again, I'll link in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. But the Black Clover OVA is something really exciting. Even if you haven't really checked out Black Clover, you don't really like it, at the very least you can't deny that this looks gorgeous. It's 2D, and I really hope, if it's not the same studio, whatever studio picks up Black Clover for a full-length anime is going to do it justice like this, because it's amazing. I love the visuals already. Then the creator of Hunter x Hunter actually came out and shouted out a manga in Shonen Jump. And honestly, when I talk about stuff like this, it kind of reminds me of the rap game in a way, how, like, you know, you get that cosign, like, yo, I'm a new incoming rapper and I got Jay-Z co-signing me. Yeah, I got it. It's official. I'm legit and shit like that, because the creator of Hunter x Hunter, Yoshihiro Tagashi, came out and shouted out a manga called Kimetsu no Yaiba. I've joked around calling it Cancel no Yaiba in the past, but honestly, I haven't read it, so I can't really say myself. But either way, he gave it a shout out, basically saying, hey, you should check it out, which is something that Kishimoto did, if I'm not mistaken, for Twin Star Exorcist before Naruto ended. This time he was giving him the cosign, so I'm kind of curious if that's going to benefit it in any way. Are they going to push it harder? Is it going to cement it as being like, oh, okay, this is legit, it's going to stick around for a long time? Because cosign is a pretty big deal, especially with, you know, a very established writer and creator like Yoshihiro Togashi. Is like, that's probably gonna do some good for the manga at the very least. I mean, look at fucking past examples, like when Togashi was editor of Kuroko no Basket, that shit blew up, and it was kind of like having a cosign, like you got the creator of Hunter x Hunter editing it. So maybe it'll do the same, and this will be another big series, who knows. And lastly, apparently the author of the manga Baki the Grappler, well, there's a couple of spin-offs at this particular point for Baki, and in the new manga, I think it's called Bakido or something like that, they actually have Donald Trump in the manga, and he's done this in the past with different presidents and celebrities and stuff like that. He'll have them in there, but apparently Donald Trump is going to be, or he already was, in one of the chapters, and he's going to have a role in there, and that's just kind of like, that's interesting at the very least, because you wouldn't think that manga, especially like, you know, something as long as Baki the Grappler, would do something like that, have a celebrity, especially like the new president-elect of the United States. But yeah, that's a thing now. Donald Trump is officially in manga. I guess he's come to save anime and manga and make it great again, right? So we also have some news regarding the Gintama anime, which honestly, with the announcement that Gintama's anime is coming so soon, I didn't think it would be so soon. I thought that they they were gonna make us wait till maybe like April or even summertime to get the next Gintama anime, but no, it's coming January 8th if I'm not mistaken. I'll have a link in the description below with all the information, and that makes me wonder regarding the status of the manga, because I do know that the manga is on its final arc and is probably very close to ending, but I think that unless they give it a rush ending, we still will have a couple months more of Gintama, because right now it's kind of gotten a little bit slower before they get to like the grand finale or whatever. But if this anime is coming out January, January 8th, then there's a possibility that the manga could run into the anime start, and then maybe while the anime is airing or towards the end, they could do like a Full Metal Alchemist. If I'm not mistaken, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and the Full Metal Alchemist manga ended right around the same time, so maybe they could be planning to do some big finale with the Gintama anime as well as the manga, having them both wrap up around the same time. That'd be kind of interesting, and Gintama deserves it, honestly. Between what I found out about, the author of Gintama and everything, that how he feels and shit like that, and then of course if you watch Gintama, you watch the movies and all that shit, you would know Gintama's awesome. And it's like, that's really dope that they're doing something like this where they're gonna have a coincide anime and manga probably ending around the same time, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. And speaking of animes coming in January, it looks like 2017 is gonna be so fucking lit, I'm not gonna lie, because Blue Exorcist, the next season or the next anime, is coming out with the next season January 6th. And one of the things that got me excited, I don't know how many people actually listen to the openings and follow these bands or whatever, but ForneverWorld is going to be playing, I think, the opening if I'm not mistaken, so that's something to look forward to. And from what I hear from manga fans, apparently the arc that they're going to be adapting for the Blue Exorcist anime is really, really good and one of the best arcs in the entirety of the manga, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with that and where it goes. I'm kind of curious if they're going to disregard the second half of Blue Exorcist season 1, because if I'm not mistaken, like after a certain point it became straight up filler, so maybe they can say, that'd be funny if that happened, and continue, because otherwise, based on what happened in the season 1 of the Blue Exorcist anime, it's gonna kind of conflict with stuff that's supposed to happen in this arc. Again, I don't know if they're gonna include it or say that was just like a what if scenario, but I'm really interested. And again, January 6th we got Blue Exorcist, January 8th we got Gintama, and so many more anime coming. 2017 is about to be huge. That's probably why 2016 didn't have that many big titles, because they were saving everything up for 2017. Then we have a few other interesting bits as well. We got volume covers for Boruto Volume 2 and Dragon Ball Super Volume 2 as well. Dragon Ball Super 1 been out for a bit now, but the Boruto one looks pretty sick. But with Volume 2, that means that probably the first 3, I want to say, or maybe even 4 volumes of the Boruto manga is all going to be recaps. So in a sense, it's like, do I buy the Boruto anime movie or do I buy the Boruto manga? Or if they do the readaptation for the anime TV series, like, oh my god, it's going to get so annoying after a certain point, having like, you have 3 or 4 different options after a certain point to check out the Boruto movie content. It's like, please, oh my gosh, they really need to hurry up with that readaptation of Boruto. But the Super cover and the Boruto cover, to be honest with you, both look really fucking sick, and I can't wait. I think it's gonna be next year where both of them are gonna start coming out over here. I really want to own them. I love collecting, and it's gonna be interesting to be picking up Dragon Ball manga. I mean, how long has it been since anybody's really been, collecting new shit from Dragon Ball manga, So One Piece has been around almost 20 years. If I'm correct, it debuted in 1997, and next year is going to be its 20th anniversary, and Shonen Jump is doing major things for it, because, I mean, for starters, in case you don't know, One Piece is the flagship title of Shonen Jump. It has been for a very long time. It's the big deal, and they're pulling out the red carpet for it for next year. I mean, for starters, One Piece debuted on the first volume of Weekly Shonen Jump for 2017 as the front cover of the magazine and all that good stuff, so you already got that, they're starting off, they want to definitely rep One Piece, but also they have some big plans, according to a latest article released in Shonen Jump, for One Piece, some things that they're going to do for the 20th anniversary, and something that they've done for Naruto, I think when it had its 10th anniversary or something along the lines of that, is each and every volume of Jump on the side of it for that year had pictures of Naruto. I think what they're planning on doing One Piece is showing the development of One Piece throughout the years. Either they're going to have like maybe old artwork and new artwork, or showing, prior to the time skip and then the time skip of Luffy and the characters, something like that. That's going to be interesting, but let's read the article. One Piece has big plans for 2017's 20th anniversary. Eiichiro Oda's One Piece manga began in Shonen Jump on July 19th, 1997. That prominent manga magazine kicks off its 2017 numbering next week, so it's about time to start celebrating the 20th anniversary. While a big year of surprises is being planned, the first is that the spines of the magazine issues will feature a mini chronicle of the series development, so I'm assuming again that it's going to be like maybe the character designs and the art and stuff like that, and then you have a couple of cutouts and cool shit. So I'm kind of curious what surprises they could do at this particular point regarding One Piece. Are they going to have like another movie announcement? I mean, we just got Film Gold and we haven't even really got it stateside yet, or, you know, outside of Japan. It hasn't really been released. So I'm kind of curious, are they going to do another movie? Are they going to do maybe some OVAs, some TV specials? Like, One Piece has pretty much done it all. It's like, what else can you really do with One Piece? They got, you know, very popular manga, it got anime, it got movies, it got TV specials, they got fucking One Piece condoms in Japan. Like, I'm not really sure what more can they do to commemorate One Piece for its 20th anniversary that hasn't been done before. They've done everything you could think of with One Piece. That, like, I don't know, maybe One Piece clothing line straight up that is going to be like Gucci or something like that. I have no idea what they could do with One Piece at this point. It would be nice maybe to get a spin-off manga about some other characters. That would kind of be cool, and I guess that would be a nice commemorative 20th anniversary thing. Like, hey, you're getting more One Piece. And maybe they could have Oda sketch out some ideas for, you know, another person to actually do it, because let's be honest, Oda doesn't got the time to draw another manga. He puts every effort he possibly can into One Piece, but maybe he can write out, you know, a couple of bulletin points and then have somebody else do it for him. That'd be interesting. And I mean, overall, next year, I expect Shonen Jump to be non-stop. Hey, here's One Piece. Hey, did you hear about One Piece? Hey, there's this manga called One Piece you might have not heard about, even though if you live in Japan and you fucking step outside, there's probably a billboard in front of your house of it. And what are your predictions or expectations for this 20th anniversary? Do you think they're going to do another movie? Again, I think the best thing that I would personally like to hear is that they do like some sort of spin-off manga where Oda writes out, you know, a draft of more or less what it's going to be, and then somebody else does it, and maybe Oda, you know, contributes character designs and things like that. Like, who the fuck wouldn't want to see like an Eneru Moon spin-off or some shit like that? I think that'd be sick as fuck. Or hell, even what Zoro was doing all the years before One Piece even started, in between, you know, him leaving because of Kuina's death and joining up with Luffy. And your overall thoughts of all this. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have in store for One Piece for 2017. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. First of all, how do you feel about the creators of Naruto, One Piece, and Toriko hanging out? I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but I find it to be a nice thing. And again, that's cool for them to, you know, still show support for Oda, even though they're out the magazine, and just kick it with him. It shows that they're actually friends. They're genuine about it. If you checked out the Black Clover OVA, what do you think about that? Are you excited for that? Are you gonna check it out? Personally, I can't wait to see the full length thing, because it's like, it looks so gorgeous. I don't care. It looks amazing. Do you think that Yoshihiro Togashi's shout out to Kimetsu no Yaiba is gonna do any good? Do you think that this could be the next big thing because the creator of Hunter x Hunter gave it a cosign? And how do you feel about Donald Trump making it into an official manga like Baki? Like, what the fuck? Your overall thoughts of all this. If you want to see me do more videos like this where I talk about kind of very obscure little minuscule news and stuff like that all in one big video, then definitely drop me a like and, you know, show some support for this video, and I'll do more of these because I have some fun with this. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of interesting to talk about these small little stories all in one big video. And your overall thoughts. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.